From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. It's all over in the Texas House, and lawmakers are free to leave. By a vote of 88 yea, 52 no, and 10 abstain, the Texas House has given final approval to the new congressional voting maps, and Republicans used their majority to push it through. Within seconds, House Speaker Dustin Burrows removed the call of the House. The chamber doors were unlocked, and House members were allowed to leave. Meanwhile, California is set to vote Thursday on measures to combat Texas's gerrymandering effort. The California legislature is scheduled to vote Thursday morning on the three measures to advance Democrats' partisan plan to neutralize a GOP-led gerrymandering effort in Texas. The legislative package would establish new congressional districts, authorize the redrawn map to replace the existing one, and declare a November special election to seek voters' approval. Each measure would require a two-thirds vote to pass, but California Democrats hold supermajorities in both chambers and do not need any Republicans to help pass their agenda. Governor Gavin Newsom, who's leading the campaign in favor of the new map, must sign the proposals by Friday to give local elections officials enough time to prepare for the special election. Democrats hold 43 out of California's 52 U.S. House seats and want to win 5 more. If voters agree, the proposed map would replace one drawn by an independent commission that took effect in 2022. The new map would only take effect if another state moves forward with their own mid-decade redistricting and would remain through the 2030 elections. Trump can now end temporary protections from migrants from Central America and Nepal, according to a federal appeals court. On Wednesday, a federal appeals court sided with the Trump administration and stayed a lower court's order keeping in place temporary protections for 60,000 migrants from Central America and Nepal. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco granted the emergency stay pending an appeal as immigrants' rights advocates allege that the administration acted unlawfully in ending temporary protected status designations for people from Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal. Temporary protected status is a designation that can be granted by the Homeland Security Secretary, preventing migrants from being deported and allowing them to work. The Trump administration has aggressively sought to remove the protection, thus making more people eligible for removal. It's part of a wider effort by the administration to carry out mass deportations of immigrants. At least 600 CDC employees are getting final termination notices, according to their union. The notices follow a recent court decision that protected some Centers for Disease Control and Protection employees from layoffs, but not others. Many have been on administrative leave since the U.S. Health and Human Services Department sent layoff notices to thousands of employees at federal health agencies in April. But now, according to a union that represents CDC employees, at least 600 people have been fired. The permanent cuts include about 100 people who worked in violence prevention. Tulsi Gabbard is slashing intelligence office workforce and cutting the budget. The Office of National Intelligence will reduce its workforce by 40% and cut its budget by more than $700 million annually, the Trump administration announced Wednesday. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, said in a statement, over the last 20 years, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence has become bloated and inefficient, and the intelligence community is rife with abuse of power, unauthorized leaks of classified intelligence, and politicized weaponization of intelligence. Just ask Pete Hegseth. And by the way, how is Signal working out for you all? She said the intelligence community must make serious changes to fulfill its responsibility to the American people and the U.S. Constitution by focusing on our core mission, find the truth, and provide objective, unbiased, timely intelligence to the President and policymakers. Pennsylvania's government agencies are aiming to expand employee use of artificial intelligence. Pennsylvania is pushing to expand the use of said AI tools in government agencies, and local governments are set to follow suit. For local and state agencies, it's a way to ease the workload by directing artificial intelligence to complete routine tasks that would otherwise take hours at the cost of tens of thousands of dollars. As Pennsylvania leaders aspire to set the state up as an AI and data center hub, the Commonwealth is one of the first states to examine generative AI usage across the state government. The use of ChatGPT in PA state agencies is one that the state launched a year ago in a year-long generative AI pilot program with 175 employees across 14 agencies incorporating ChatGPT Enterprise into their work, including brainstorming ideas and proofreading documents. The most frequent uses of ChatGPT among employees in the pilot were tasks like writing assistance, research, brainstorming, and summarizing large amounts of text or data, all of which can be applied broadly across our workforce, said Dan Egan, Communications Director for the Office of the Administration. The state paid $108,000 for the ChatGPT Enterprise licenses, training, and support for the pilot program. That's the news at this hour. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, please let us know what you think of the new format and subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is available on the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, the Live 365 app, and on Alexa. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast on PEP Radio.